We all play the Pokemon trading card game for different reasons, whether it be to have fun, maybe to win cool prizes, or maybe to get championship points to qualify for Worlds. I play this game because I want to win, and there is nothing that replaces that level of satisfaction that I get from winning games of Pokemon. And I assume since you clicked on this video, you want to win too. And you know what? I respect that a lot. Winning cups usually isn't easy, and a lot of us do little things that don't seem harmful at all, but they end up sacking our local tournament runs. So today I want to share some things that I have learned from playing this game for over 10 years. For a little bit of a backstory, I won my first cup in Masters in the 2023-24 season. I was playing this really jank Lost Box deck, and in that season as a whole, I attended 13 cups and won 4, but I kind of don't count 2 of them because there was 8-man cups with no top cut, so basically 2 out of 11 if we want to be real. So good, but not great. But this last season, I completely changed my mentality on how I approach metagaming and planning for League Cups, and I ended up winning 4 cups out of 5 attended. And it was really good that I decided to lock in, because to get to more League Cups, I have to drive 3 hours, and I do not want to do that over and over again. But anyway, the thing that changed everything for me sounds so simple, but honestly, it's kind of normalized that I didn't really think too much of it initially. And, you know, I might as well just get straight to it. I don't have any classes to sell you, any sponsors to shill yet. So yeah, the most important piece of advice that I can give you about getting better cup finishes is the deck you play to League Cups does not matter. And let me repeat that in case it wasn't clear. The deck you play to League Cups does not matter. What matters is your deck is meta and it's in the top 10-ish overall. That's all that matters. Too many people just sit there and try to metagame out their cups, try to find the perfect play because they know this many players are going to play that deck and that many players are going to play this deck. So like, oh yeah, my deck just farms all those decks. But then just playing this deck that, yeah, it may be a good deck and it may be well positioned for locals, but they've never really touched it before, so they play it badly and don't end up doing well. Y'all need to stop stressing about finding the best play for this 30-person local tournament and instead focus on being the best player. If you're someone who doesn't have enough time to play the games necessary to achieve mastery with a deck that's more complicated like Grimmsnarl or Gardevoir, it's completely fine in playing a more simple deck like Joltik or Crustle. What's most important is to just play the strongest deck you can that you can reach peak efficiency with. It doesn't have to be a Galaxy Brain deck or an easy deck, it's just whatever the best deck you can play efficiently. And I can already hear someone in the comments going, but AOB, I main Dragapult, and there are a million Gardevoir players locally. I simply cannot play Dragapult because I will get farmed by all these Gardevoirs. And honestly, this mentality is super flawed, because Gardevoir versus Pult is only like a 60-40 matchup in Guardy's favor, and that's not even my opinion, that's just what the numbers say out of the NAIC. So this matchup is close enough that if you are an above average Dragapult pilot and the Gardevoir player is average to below average, you should win. Like there are so few auto loss like 2080 or worse matchups in Pokemon. Like maybe you make an exception if like you're trying to play walls and there's a bunch of Gardevoirs that you just like simply cannot beat, like then maybe you should just pick a different deck. But like as long as your deck is not just auto losing, like there's like 35% plus into a certain matchup and you are good at that deck, you should be good enough to skill diff average to below average players on that archetype. And maybe you're thinking like, okay, I understand it now. Don't metagame, just play whatever deck I am best at. But then what do you do if the best player locally is playing a deck that your deck is maybe mediocre into? Like not super unfavored, but not super favored either. So what do you do when they're probably the better player than you, and you also then cannot rely on the fact that they're going to make mistakes and give you free winning chances? And that's a pretty easy answer. We should just tech for them. And I don't mean tech your whole deck to beat them, like switch what you were going to play because the best player is going to play a deck that you could hard counter. Like, I mean, just find the best one card tech that you can that gives you more percentage into that matchup. So if like they were playing Grimmsnarl or something, like you could just tech a picnic basket in your deck and boom, that's basically just a free percentage into Grim, which if you need to beat Grimmsnarl to win this tournament, like the best player in the room is going to play it, like why not? But also don't just tech for them. Make sure you've thoroughly tested the matchup to know how to use the tech that you're going to play. And the reason I bring this up is because last season, I was on kind of a crazy run with Pidgeot control, and my locals were teching for me a lot. They play like actual switching cards and Spirit Tomb and stuff, and it was annoying, but most of them would not test the control matchup at all, so it didn't really matter. Like, I would just still be fine because it would end up making a mistake here or there, and I'd be able to capitalize on that and win. So don't just be comfortable that because you have this tech card and be like, ah, yeah, I'm teching, that means I win now. Like, make sure you actually still test the matchup, understand how their deck works, how your tech card interacts with their game plan and stuff. The last thing I want to mention about techs is, like, don't overdo it. Like, it's okay to add in maybe 1 or 2 extra cards for specific matchups, but you want to not go too overboard on this because your deck still needs to function versus everyone else. Like, you're not going to get to the top tables to beat these good players if your deck just doesn't work at all, so make sure your deck still functions. Okay, so the 2 main things I want you to take away from this video are: play the best deck you can play efficiently. Stop stressing about finding the best play, and instead focus on becoming the best player there. And then secondly, techs are perfectly fine. If you need to beat a certain someone to win the tournament, then tech for their deck. But also, this doesn't replace testing the matchup. And that is all that I have for this video. If you found this helpful, please let me know by dropping a like or sharing it or doing whatever the algorithm stuff that lets me know that you guys like this more like informative content. And I know I said in the intro that I wasn't going to shill yet, so now is my chance to shill. If you're looking for the best sleeves, definitely check out endgame.com. They're my favorite sleeves. I use them for every tournament I go to. And then if you're looking for the best TCG dice, counters, accessories, definitely check out tcevolutions.com. I also use them for all the tournaments I go to. I've been using them for years. And all links and discounts will be in the description below. I'll help you save some money and support the channel. And yeah, that's all I got for today. I hope this helps you out. Yeah, y'all better win some cups now. Tag me on Twitter if this video helps you win your cup. Or just do better. I don't know. I'm gonna get out of here. See you guys in the next one.